Dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Shivayoga World and Travel. I'm in Kenya in Africa. I am doing a African safari at Kenya. It's called the Lake Nakuru National Park safari. I am in the out of Africa viewpoint with my guide and driver. This is the Lake Nakuru at the end of the out of Africa viewpoint. I start face to face with a lot of encounter with a lot of wildlife in African safari in Lake Nakuru National Park. These are the giraffe, the endangered species. It's called a Rochdale giraffe. They are endangered. They are well protected by the government of Kenya and some foreign agencies also. It was a great experience to meet them, say hello, and have spent time with them quite for a long time. They're quite happy, but they are low in numbers. Now around 1,000 of them, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 in all of Kenya. So they are endangered. They are now they are being protected by the government of Kenya and the foreign agencies. They are very peaceful and calm animal. Look at them. And they are so relaxed, so calm, so peaceful. They are creating their own world. That is, at the end is the Lake Nakuru. And then on the way, we have a close encounter with a rhino. Rhino is it's like to stay alone. My guide say it is a male rhino. Again, first time I am have a face-to-face experience with this great animal species, rhino. Is a little bit sensitive, at the same time little bit of a little bit shy and fearful. So they keenly watching our vehicle, ourselves. A little bit frightened, but we slightly keep away from them. But it was very nice experience for me to see this beautiful species. This is very strong. It's a black rhino. Black rhino. It could be very aggressive. There are two species, black rhino and white rhino. White rhino is not that aggressive. They like to live a group. But this, like a black rhino, is like a solitary. They like a loneliness. They quite like that. They're very one of the strongest animal in the African safari. Look at that. They are. We get advice from our travel agents, our guides say that don't make any noise, don't aggravate them. So we have to be very careful with them. On the way, we start to see a lot of antelope species. There are different types of antelopes in Kenya wildlife. It's a species of deer, I think, but there is no deer in African, this specific Nakuru National Park. As our vehicle started to go ahead, we again keep seeing this rhino is moving away from us, but still they walk forward and then looking us again. Look at that. When the vehicle moves, when it hear the sound of the vehicle, it will be turn around and looking very sharply looking what's going on. So we have to be very careful with our African safari. because it's their world, it's their kingdom. So we need to respect them. We need to give them enough space, and we don't try to harass them. We see a lot of antelopes on our trip. It's nice to experience these animals. So far we see giraffe, rhino, antelopes. They are all vegetarians. It's very interesting, isn't it? So the rhino is walking away from us. So I'm showing you a little bit away. There are quite few antelopes there. They are having their late morning meal, having grass, and they are quite peaceful actually. And then we see a flock of zebras come across towards to our vehicle and cross the road. Again, this is the first time I ever seen a live zebra in my life. Honestly, it made my day. They are very, very unique, very peaceful, very calm. Again, they are vegetarian. They walk together. They eat together. They are like always live together. They are not like a rhino. Look at that. They are peacefully walking here and there, on and off. They looking our vehicle looking us, what's going on. Definitely, it's a great experience. I would suggest, if you have one lifetime, you have to experience this African wildlife and African safari, because we need to give them enough space. We need to respect them. Through the tourism of the safari, with that money, the government or the private agency can protect these animals, improve their living standard. I mean, improve their numbers, because all these animals nowadays lives in safari, facing extinction. So it shouldn't happen. That's a very important. So we need to give them enough support, help them, and give them enough space to live their inhabitants. Today's sun was very nice and bright, blue sky, and we had a very gay time. I hired the driver, the guide, and the vehicle. It was supported by travel agent. Travel agent made all these necessary arrangements for me. I'm very grateful to my travel agent. They are very professional, only travels. This is my guide. His name is Saul. S-A-U-L, Saul. It's pronounced as Saul. So our vehicles start to move slow by slow. Whenever we see the animals, we start to stop and then observe the animal. This is Saul. He's a very very well experienced tour guide, and very good knowledge about the African safari, especially in the Lake Nakuru National Park safari. He's a local inhabitant. He has been working in that African safari there for more than 10 years. He has 5 children, happily married. So he doing as his profession, helping a lot of tourist makers, holiday makers, to show around this beautiful part of the world. The Lake Nakuru National Park in Kenya. This park is surrounded by a lot of greeneries. Also, there are majority part of this park is bush, grass, but there are a lot of trees also there. Lot of the trees is acacia species. It says that there are 60 species of acacia trees in whole of Kenya. The tree we can see explain that is one of the species of acacia plant. Its roots are not strong enough. When the rain comes, some of them, the root broke and it fell over in the ground. But it's a very huge tree. Lot of birds. We come across with a lot of small, big birds like kites, eagles, different types of pigeons, wood pigeons. Oh my goodness! Even we come across with a lot of small, tiny birds, including hummingbirds. I asked Saul. He said there's hummingbirds in Kenya also. He mentioned to us. My foremost intention was to see the lions, because there are a lot of lions and leopards lives in this national park. But I have seen giraffe now, zebra, then a rhino. That is a wild buffalo. Wild buffalo also vegetarian, but they are very strongest animal, but also they are very aggressive. They can kill humans. They can also fight with the lions. If it's a one lion or two lions, they can easily encounter with them and try to get them out, get rid of them. So that strong are the wild buffaloes. There are a lot of antelopes we can see. I thought it is a deer, but it's a deer species. But there's no deers in African safari. They are female and male. Male have horns. Female does not have horn. So sometimes, if there is not a breeding time, the female stay together group and the male stay together separately. During the time of breeding time, the male antelope, they get together, they dominate, they territorize their place for their female parties. This is a close look of our guide, Mr. Saul. It's a very good name, Saul, like a soul, but spelled like S-A-U-L. He mentioned that that name is taken, is one of the biblical name. So that's what he say. His name is Saul. I quite like that name. I never heard a person named like a Saul. It's a quite nice name to baby boys and small little children. There are lots of antelopes we come across with. We face to face we see them. Some close view of the antelopes. I think these are all the male antelopes. As our journey go ahead, we still in the bushlands. You can see there are a lot of vegetarian animals, zebras, wild buffalo, antelopes, warthog, and all this living together harmoniously. They don't have any enmities because they are all vegetarian. They know their energy They're quite happy. On the way we saw another flocks of zebras. They're quite relaxed, very cute and funny. Look at that. Honestly, it's made my day to see that, because first time ever in my life I saw these wildlife in African safari. As I told you before, the weather was nice sunny breeze. We had a very good day. Especially, I had a very good day during my African safari. You can see far ahead there are lots of zebras. There are lots of antelopes and buffaloes, wild buffaloes. They are all walk around having their food, grass. How nice it is to experience a face-to-face encounter. I don't know, it's encounter, face-to-face experience to see these beautiful animals in our beautiful planet. We need to support them. We need to give enough space for their, inhabitants, because it's their place. This not belong to humans. This belong to them. So we need to give them enough space, make them live happily. Even if you start to see, we experiencing a lot of vegetarian animals like zebra, giraffe, antelopes, warthogs. But my foremost interest, my keen on want to looking for the lions and leopards. There are lots of lions and leopards in this safari. They may be hiding, or they may be sleeping, or slightly away from here. So fingers crossed. We were hoping to see the lions face to face. But I will not disappoint if I don't see the lions. What's the point? If you are lucky, we will see. But if you are not lucky, let it be. There's nothing. There will be no upset or no disappointment. Never, ever at all. On our trip, our guide also showed the white rhino. This is warthog. It's a species of pig. Very cute. They run very fast. They have a horn. Sometimes lions hunt them and for their food. I had also seen that warthog in Nairobi, parks of Nairobi. They are walking around here and there. Look at that, another flock of zebra. My goodness, actually it's made my eyes full to see these beautiful animals. I feel very happy. The trees which plant there, which is acacia species. There is a lot of the monkey species, baboons. They are very clever animals, baboons. They have 95% brain. Only thing they difference from human is they don't talk. Apart from that, they exactly behave like human beings. Very family-oriented animal, the baboons. That's the Lake Nakuru. I showed that path goes to Lake Nakuru. There are again we face-to-face confrontation with the zebras again. Zebra line, this reminds me. My driver and my guide, they are very cooperative, they are very knowledgeable, helpful. Wherever I want to stop, they stop their vehicle, they explain this and that, and all these things. It was very special, you know. You can see there are a lot of trees there. The runout, the trees are dead trees. Because of the global warming, the water rise up and then it's swallow the land, and a lot of trees swallowed by the water and it died. And you can see in the seaside, in the lakeside, there are a lot of pelicans and flamingo we come across with. It was amazing to see that. Pelicans are they're taking rest near the lakeside. They're very confident. They don't have any much fear. Their main job is hunting fish and rest and relax. How nice it is. And among them, there are quite few flamingos also. They have flamingos with a pink color and white color, pink peak and a dark peak, black color peak. So different species of flamingo we come across. We did see. Look at that, they are taking rest. When the the pelican, when they fly, it's like the wings are very huge. It's like a huge bird. Yeah, it's very big. The peak is very very strong and very big, very long. They beautifully hunt the fish in the lake. This Lake Nakuru lake is a salty water lake. Again, on the way, we again come across with a lot of giraffe. You know, as I told you before, the Rochdale giraffe, which is endangered in Kenya. So government and other agencies trying to protecting them. Very, very cute, very peaceful, calm. Its legs are very strong. When they drink, this giraffe is trying to drink water. When they drink the water, they put the four legs slightly wide apart, and they lean forward and drink the water. They are very curious. They are a little bit anxious, but they're used to that because there are a lot of people from all over the world. They come and visit these beautiful animals. So nowadays they are used to it. Again, you can see the water buffalo, which is wild buffalo. They are very strong. They are very, very aggressive animal. But that's their nature. We should accept that, isn't it? We shouldn't say, oh, that's not good. But that's their nature. That's their natural instinct. So that's the way. We cannot change them anyway. We have to change. We human beings have to change ourselves and make this planet more beautiful, more nicer, where everybody, animals, birds, plants, trees, can live harmony, happily together. The problem happening, we taking over their own land, the animals' lands, and it makes them stress. They don't know where to live, so we should give them enough space. We shouldn't take over or take their property. Let them live happily there, harmony, and produce more their children, and become a better place for them to live, this beautiful planet. They have nowhere to go, so we should give them enough space. We come across with a lot of trees, which is mainly acacia, in this forest, in this safari. Lot of bird nests there. My goodness, we come across with a lot of big and small birds. Again, Saul, my guide, he explaining a lot of things about wildlife, etc. My guide, my driver, his name is Martin, and he worked very hard. They both of them are, they are, guide and driver, and helping me to showing around this African safari. I was very pleased to see these experience in the African wild jungles. It's not really a jungle, it's like a bushland. All animals living there. But still, we couldn't see spot any lions or leopards. During the end of our trip, that's our vehicle, and with the driver and the guide, and we see a waterfalls called Makai waterfalls, and the river is flowing is called Makai River. The river ends at the Lake Nakuru. That's the final destination of that waterfall, Makai waterfall, and then river is called Makai River. During the evening, mid-noon, lot of wild buffalo, other animals come here to drink water. But our guide say now it's okay, and he showed me a lot of footprint of the wild buffaloes, because we cannot go even very close to wild buffalo. They are very aggressive. They can kill you, so to be very careful. He warned, but he also warned. Now we are safe. They may not take because at the evenings, afternoon, getting closer, and it's very very hot. So the buffaloes, other animals may taking rest under the tree or in a cold place. They may not come. So he gives me confidence. So that's good news. And on the way back to my lodge, we again come across with a lot of baboons, a species of monkeys. I hope you enjoyed this video. In your lifetime, please watch this video. Come and visit Africa. Other day, we went to see Lake Naivashu, and we also see the hippos. We did see quite hippos in this Lake Naivashu lake. It's a freshwater lake. You can see there are a lot of animals, giraffe, antelopes. They're also living by the side of this Lake Naivashu. And we also see some antelopes here. Some tourists